In spring of 2024, we were in Ponte Vedra in St. John's area looking for our next home. We had narrowed down this area of Florida that was meeting most of the things on our list, and one weekend while we were here, we found our dream home. We had very specific criteria around the size of the house because we are combining families, so we needed a lot of rooms for when everybody's in town, and I don't think we expected to find the home in that weekend, but we did. So we put in an offer, they accept the offer, and within minutes we realized we have to get my house then ready to sell. So this is the story about the total disaster on closing day on this home in St. Johns County while I'm at the same time tandem selling my home in Northern Virginia. Once the offer was accepted, we knew flying home the next day that we needed to have a tight schedule on getting my house ready to put on the market, sell it, and then move down here. Because we didn't want to be having my fiance live down here and me living back in Virginia. So what we decided is the day that we would close here in Florida, I would stay back, he would close, and that the next morning I would drive my son and my 2 German Shepherds down here. So the need of this house being available on the day of closing was dependent on me having an empty house in Northern Virginia so I could start my open houses. Oh, and my mom and my daughter had stayed home because my daughter still had to graduate high school. So I was coming down with my son and the dogs and then was going to leave them here and then fly back home so I could be with my daughter the last 2 weeks of high school and then for her graduation. So imagine this. My fiance flies in on Friday on the day of closing here. And as he drives up to the house to do the final walkthrough, there is still a moving truck in the driveway. There's still boxes. There's still furniture. There's still people in the house. The house is not empty. The house is not ready for closing. And also there's contractors here doing the work on the inspection list on things that we had agreed needed to be completed for us to close. So he's furious. But we don't have a lot of wiggle room on canceling, closing, and rescheduling it because remember, I'm driving here the next morning with my 2 German Shepherds that can't be in my house in Virginia, because we then had stacked open houses Saturday and Sunday. So as I packed the car and we drive in the morning, that afternoon at like 11 o'clock, people were going to be in my house looking to put an offer on my house. So he speaks to our realtor who speaks with the seller's realtor, and they agree the house will be empty as soon as he's done the closing and when he comes back with the keys. To which he, in good faith, believed that the house would be empty. He went and did the closing. He drove back here and the house was not empty. I'm sure you saw that coming. So he's frustrated. The owner wasn't here anymore, nor was their realtor, but there was still clothes in the closet. There was dishes in the dishwasher. There was laundry in the washing machine. There was still furniture. We at this point owned the home. He ended up putting everything in a pile in the garage and offered 48 hours, come pick your stuff up, to which she never did. If you're selling your house, I would encourage you to have everything out of your house 48 hours before closing. Like, it's just not appropriate to leave your stuff. Like, the buyer should not have the burden of you not being prepared to have your house moved, have your items moved out, and have your house clean. So I still had to come down. My house had to be emptied. So I end up coming down with the dogs, have to clean out this seller's stuff. And it was kind of a pain in the butt. But even worse is the inspection list still wasn't done. And what ended up happening is her realtor came and ended up doing a bunch of the work that needed to be done. Could you imagine?